Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Heartless, and I will be playing Gille Treble. I am joined by my two lovely friends.
Hi, I'm Wiz. I'm been playing Chifley Forde.
Hi, and I'm Mira, and I'm going to be playing Sammy Jax today.
Alright, so this FPS takes place actually, how long ago? 7 days. 7 days exactly ago on April Fool's Day. So, Chifley, can I get a perception roll for me? It's early
good.
in the morning for you,
Okay,
right before
sounds
you're about to head off to work.
What's Chif's perception? +5. Okay, off to a strong start. That's a 14 +5. Dang! Oh dear.
Alright, so you don't particularly notice anything up until the moment when there is suddenly a bag on your head.
What? Oh no!
Oh my gosh, Gil!
Oh dear, a bag on his head. Okay. Okay. Let me just do a quick whiz save. Freaking out. Okay. Nah, that's fine. That's a 11 +7. It's an 18. All good.
Let's see. And then there's someone particularly shorter than you, struggling to just sweep you off your feet.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no.
Chifley,
I'm gonna
Chifley, you're being kidnapped. Just go with it. Says Gille.
Chifley's sort of gonna struggle just a smidge until Gil says that, and like, Gil, I've got work.
No, you don't. You're being kidnapped today.
No, I've got to go to work.
No. I already told them you were being kidnapped today. Come on, let's go.
There's just gonna be this stunned. Wait, you did what? And he's gonna stop resisting for a bit.
Alright, perfect. As you stop resisting, you hear the door open and close behind you.
Oh dear.
And then walking down the stairs, specifically the way you're being carried is with just your upper half is leaning chest to chest with Gil, and your legs are being held.
Sure. Chip's gonna just sort of be quiet for a second. Can I at least take the bag off of my head?
No, you can't see where we're going. It's a surprise.
Okay. He's just sort of gonna slump a little bit against Gil. It's like, okay, resistance is futile. I understand.
There's another door opening sound, and then a derisive whinny. Gil goes, "Shh! Stop, please! Shut up!"
Oh dear. Chip's just sort of just sitting there. He's like, oh god, what's going on, Gil? I'm gonna roll another perception to have a bit of a listen around because you can't see anything, but okay. Apparently he can't hear anything either. That's a 7 plus. What did I say? His perception was 5. So it's only a 12.
So this is Gil's strength check.
Oh god damn it!
So what happens next is you hear a grunt and then a collapsing sound like someone dropped a sack of potatoes and the bag flies off your head and you're just on top of Gil on the ground next to a cart being hooked up to the skeleton horse and hear the distinct kind of sounds like Stoffles is laughing.
Well, Chif's a Frankenali, so he can speak to animals. So I suspect that if Stoffles is laughing, Chif's hearing it loud and clear.
Yeah, Stoffles is definitely laughing.
Chifley's just gonna kind of look down at Gil and then reach a finger around to just to poke Gil in the cheek. And go, your horse is laughing at you, Gil.
Yeah, of course he is.
And he's just gonna kind of get off.
Yeah, you just get on the cart. Get on the cart. And then close your eyes, because you're not supposed to see where we're going. It's a surprise.
Okay, sure. He's just gonna climb up onto the cart. And he's gonna cover his eyes with his hands. He's just like, this is much better than having a bag on my head, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I figured a bag would be easier to do without you figuring out I was there, rather than, a blindfold hands. Let's just get going. He picks up. You hear a clattering noise as he lands in the cart beside you, and then a clip, clop, singeing noises from Stoffles' hooves.
Chifley's just sort of gonna sit there. It's like, well, I guess this is happening now. And also, oh no, I'm gonna get teased at work tomorrow. Oh boy.
All right, let's cut over to Sammy for a bit. Sammy, do you check your mailbox every morning?
I think he would, especially considering the pattern Gil has set.
Alright, so in your mailbox this morning, there is a very rushed note with an address and something very poorly disguised as Sammy, go here.
It is signed, right?
It is signed by Gil.
Okay.
Gil Treble.
I'm just gonna roll survival to see how not lost he gets. Let me just where is your survival? There it is. Okay. Already to a great start. He got a yes. He knows exactly where Gil is wanting him to go to.
Let's see if Gil gets lost. Unfortunately, Sammy, you arrive and, well, you see a dock and a boat moored to it. No hide or hair of the devil in question. As Gil is...
Oh boy.
With Chifley and Gil, Gil's like, this doesn't seem right. I didn't think there was a forest in the way.
Chip still has his hands on his face, but he's just sort of like, you can see an arched eyebrow from behind his hand, just like, can I look yet?
Yes, but we're not there yet.
Just gonna take his hands off his face and look around.
Yeah, you're,
Where are we?
I I don't know. I think we took a wrong turn somewhere.
Okay. Where were we trying to get to?
We're supposed to be closer to Knick-Knack Town, but next to the river, specifically where the river takes a few turns, so it's slowed down a bit. I think we might have gone in the exact opposite direction.
And I'm gonna roll Chif for survival. Yeah, that's not too bad. That is a 13. 5. So Chif's sort of gonna listen to this explanation and be like, and looking around and like, and that way, I think, is where you want to go. And he's just gonna point.
You heard that, Starfleet? Go that way. Starfleet goes, and Chifley, you hear, well, you're the one directing, Gille. So, Sammy, you've been waiting for about half an hour. What have you been doing?
I feel like he's kind of sat down. I feel like there's a bench somewhere. He sat down on a bench and he's actually gonna roll hammer space. Oh, he fumbled. 1 sec.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Just gotta pull up his fumble sheet. 1 sec. Sammy, where's your folder? I need your folder. I know it's here somewhere. Where the heck did I put? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see what he gets. Okay, on a 1, he pulls out a very familiar to him photograph. It's burnt, however, and he just kind of looks at it and sighs and then stows it back in his hammer space, and he is going to roll again. Okay, that is a 6.
You fine then?
He got a 6, so he is fine. He pulls out a sketchbook, and he's been doodling for the last half hour, looking up occasionally. Like, his shading is slightly blue, a light blue tinted light lilac, but it's fine. It's fine. He knows Gille. He knows that Gille gets lost sometimes. So he's trying not to worry. He's worrying while sketching.
A couple of seconds after the 30-minute mark, Sammy, you hear, okay, Chifley, cover your eyes. You're not supposed to see. Cover your eyes.
Fine.
And you look up to see Stoffeli's pulling the same cart that Gille stole from that theater with Chifley and Gille sitting in it. Approaching.
Sammy's shading immediately goes rose shaded with gold as he looks at the two of you, and he gets up and he's just like, Gille, where the hell were you?
Lost.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Chifley's just sitting there.
Stoffeli comes to a halt, and Gille's gonna try to just pick Chifley up again without saying anything. There's a Chifley. You hear a grunt, and Sammy, you see Gille start sweating as he tries to just scoop Chifley up.
Can Sammy go over and try and help?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll strength for me.
Okay, let's see. That is
Athletics if you have it.
E. That would be. He's not proficient in it, so it's just gonna be strength. So that. Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Go over to try and instead of helping, there's another crash as all three of us fall on the ground.
Please. Jeff does not have his face covered anymore. He's just sort of lying there going, I could have gotten out by myself, Gille.
But that's not the point.
Sammy's just starting to giggle.
Shush!
I'm I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Could have handled it if you hadn't. I don't know. What were you doing?
Trying to help. And Sammy's gonna lean forward and like drop a kiss on Chif's cheek, and then he's gonna reach over and drop a kiss on Gille's.
Chif's just gonna sit there and blush.
Gille is gonna make noises and blink for a moment before reaching into his jacket. Yeah, he gets it. And pulling out a flower crown, placing it on his own head.
Chifley's just gonna smile at that. And look very closely. It's like, what flowers are we on today?
Sammy just
I know about that.
Sammy just blinks and he's just like, oh, Gille, that looks really good on you.
Of course it does. Gille says, yeah, stands up, brushes himself off. It blooms into marigolds, and there are suspiciously 2 tiny roses. One on each side.
No.
Sammy's gonna help Chifley up and then give him a hug.
Chifley's just sort of still in that, oh boy, what is going on, good-humoured kind of mood. Like, he's got no idea what's going on, but he's like, okay, these people are here, these are my people, this is good, I guess.
Alright, now, both of you get in the boat!
So he starts laughing again.
Come
Chifley
on,
was done. Like, what? Huh?
The boat. Over there. See? The one that's moored. Get in the boat.
Oh man, I haven't been in a boat in a while. What are you planning, Gille?
I'm sorry, that's confidential information. You'll have to find out by getting in the boat.
Okay, fine. Come on, Jeff.
I guess we're getting in the boat.
Sammy's just chuckling quietly to himself. He's very amused.
Yeah, Chif too. He's amused and bemused, but that's okay.
Boat is specifically only large enough for 3 people.
How convenient!
It's almost as you specifically stole it for this purpose.
What kind of boat is it?
It's a rowboat.
A rowboat, cool.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to, just because it's funny, I'm going to roll an acrobatics to see how well Chif gets into the boat. Because, fun fact, Chifley has never been in a boat before. Oh no! Oh no! That will work so much better if I've got the damn window open. That's a 6.
Oh no, I'm gonna roll dice to see if Sammy can catch Chif. Oh no, that wasn't that one!
Oh no! So I think what happens is, Sammy, you manage to get a hold of Chifley, but you go in the water with him.
Splish.
Splash. They're now both wet.
You guys never gotten on a boat before.
Sammy, like, pops his head back out, and he's just like, he's giving you a very affronted look, Gille, even with his mask on.
When Chifley comes up out of the water, sort of wipes the water out of his eyes and sort of blushes and looks a little embarrassed. No.
I have.
Come on. Gil easily gets into the boat and then offers his hand. First to Chifley.
Oh, do you want me to roll something for this and not pull Gil into the water too?
I mean, you're not going to pull Gil into the water because he rolled a 19 on his strength check, unless you're going to resist.
No, he's not going to resist. So that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Chifley is now wet, but in the boat.
I think Sammy's gonna try and, like, get himself up onto the boat. Should I roll anything?
Roll strength to leap up onto the boat.
Okay, that is... He got a 16.
Yeah, that'd be enough. That'd be plenty.
Yeah. So you leap up and into the boat, rock it for a little bit. But
Chifley's like, cling. Oh no, it's moving.
And once everyone is in the boat, Gil leans over and just tugs on the rope, mooring the boat to the dock. And he reaches and gives one big push to get them away from it before settling down onto one of the seats.
Chif's wet. I'm gonna have Chif roll hammer space, see if he has a towel. What do I need? What's my D10? That one. That is not a 1, that is a 5. So he's gonna just sort of reach into his pockets and pull out like a towel and start drying his face and his hair a bit. Just like, I'm damp.
I feel like Sammy has, like, by this point pulled down his hood and is actually, like, wringing out his rainbow hair over the side of the boat. And, like, there's a comically large amount of water that just goes...
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna roll hammer space to have Gil pull out the oars.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah, 6. So he pulls out one. There are 2. Rowboat. 10. Yep, and pulls out the other. And he places them both down in the water and starts rowing them further out onto the Mr. Zippy River.
Chifley's just sort of looking around. He's just like, okay, this is a boat. This is my first introduction to boat. Like, you're welcome to roll insight on him if you like, both of you.
Alright.
I get advantage!
Okay, that was...
I needed that advantage!
Sammy got a 13.
7!
God. Oh, God. Okay, so Gil can tell that Chif's a little stiff. and he just sort of keeps looking at the water and at the boat and what have you, but he's trying to play it cool. And Sammy, you can tell he's nervous about being on a boat. Like, really quite nervous.
Mm-hmm. Sammy's gonna reach over and just kind of squeeze Chip's hand and just like, it's okay.
What next? Get out onto the water. How did it go in the movie?
Sammy starts laughing again.
Don't laugh at me.
Gil, why don't you just tell me what this is all about, huh?
Well, remember at Missy's birthday party when I asked you when your birthday was and you just made a joke answer? You didn't actually give me a real answer.
Oh boy.
Oh dear, here we go.
Chifley's expression has shifted. Yes, I remember that.
Oh, it was Missy's birthday?
Yesterday.
Oh, I'll need to give her a gift.
She'd like that.
We had a whole birthday party and somehow we all got roped into and Gil pauses rowing for a moment to hold up his hands. Magical world, doing the quotations, where we were forced to play probably something that they could have just asked us and I would be perfectly willing to have played pretend.
You looked good in the armor, though.
Of course I did.
Sammy's looking between the two of you, and like he just like there's like a thought bubble that pops up above Sammy's head, and like he's very clearly imagining Gil in armor, and there is pink in his shading.
Let's see what Gil gathers from this. Hey, that's not bad. It's a 10. So yeah. Because I rolled a 12.
So yeah, that's not a very high DC, especially considering Gil. You know what pink means on Sammy. He's just like, Gil in armor. That's a nice thought. Very much wool gathering and thinking about how attractive his partner and his nemesis is, especially if he was in armor.
Gil leaned forward a bit and he grins knowingly as he narrows his eyes at Sam. Goes, it was this set of black armor with spikes on it. It had this really cool tower shield.
I feel like as like Gil's describing it, it like shifts to more match what he was actually wearing in our grand adventure, and like like Sammy's just like, someone's gonna have to snap him out of it. I'm gonna be real.
Gil is too busy enjoying.
Chifley's going to just sort of sit there and watch Sammy enjoy this mental image for a second before reaching out and just giving him a gentle pat on the knee.
And boop, the thought bubble pops, and he just like blink, blink, blink. Oh, sorry. And his shading shifts from like that kind of more rosy pink to more of like a hot pink. As he kind of ducks his head a little. Oh, sorry. Sorry. He rubs the back of his head a bit. You were talking about birthdays, right? When are your
yes.
guys' birthdays, actually? I don't think we ever actually talked about that.
There is a distinct silence from Chifley.
And there is a distinct silence from Gille too.
Sammy folds his
kind of-
arms across his chest and he's like, fine, I'll go first. My birthday's July 15th. I'm gonna be turning 19.
What? You're going to be turning 19 this year?
Mm-hmm.
That would make me older than you.
No! No!
I'm
No!
already 19.
Ugh! And Sammy, like, pulls down his mask to stick his tongue out at Gille because, oh man, really? Ugh!
Yeah, I turned 19 last year in September.
There's the distinct. You both know that Sammy's sulking right now.
Chifley just sort of is awkwardly rubbing at his arm. He doesn't really want to say.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay.
I am also going
It's a dirty 20 from Sammy.
Nice.
Gille has no idea. It's a 6.
6. Okay. Oh boy. What's Chif gonna do? He's just sort of gonna sit there. Like, Sammy, you can tell that Chif really doesn't want to say when his birthday is. And with a dirty 20, you can kind of see that there's some reason behind that. Like, without asking him, you're not going to be able to know what that reason is, but he's just sort of sitting there going,
And if you really want to know the day, it's the 13th.
Sammy smiles at Gil and he's like, okay, I'll weasel it out of you eventually. But then he kind of turns his attention to Chif and just kind of reaches out again to like grab his hands. And he kind of just ducks his head a bit to kind of look at Chifley's face a bit. And he's just like, hey Chif.
yeah.
Why is it that you don't want to really talk about your birthday? And look, he's kind of rubbing his thumbs against the backs of Chifley's hands.
He kind of just sort of pulls a bit of an awkward face. It's like, well, I'm an adult now. Birthdays are not important.
Of course they're important. They commemorate when you were concepted. You came here. When Prismatone sent off your soul to go tell your own story. It doesn't matter if you're an adult or a kid, Chif.
Wait, is that a thing that actually happens?
What thing?
The thing you said about Prismatone, that stuff. Is that a thing that actually happens?
Yeah, Prismatone's the goddess of soul. She makes everyone's souls, and then she sends them off into the world.
Huh.
She even made you
Gil's
go.
Gil's gonna think for.
Oh, there you go. I haven't really celebrated my birthday for a while. Missy's was always more important.
Chif, you're important just like Missy. She's not more important than you. She's equally as important. You matter.
You
No,
know,
I know.
Chifley
Hmm?
doesn't feel nice to not be able to celebrate your birthday. So you should celebrate your birthday. At least with us. Gil just kind of puffs out his cheeks.
That is going to actually make him smile a little bit. Well, I suppose. The birthday party we had for Missy is nothing like what we would have at home. I guess we don't have to do things like we would at the score. Fine.
Of course we don't have to do things like... We're not there.
I'm still getting used to that.
So, if you do feel more comfortable with a party that's a little bit more along the lines of what you would have at the score, we can still do that.
Well, once you turn 10, their birthdays are kind of almost a non-event, really. You get your favorite meal, and you have all your family sing your favorite song for you, and that's pretty much it.
But do you enjoy that?
I like sharing a good meal with people I care about.
Sammy
Probably skip the singing.
Sammy squeezes Chif's hands, and he's like, "Yeah, we can share a meal if you really want."
That's probably for the best if we can skip the singing, because I don't want your guys' ears to bleed.
Sammy giggles a little.
You said you don't sing, but I'm not convinced it's as bad as you say it is.
You really don't want to hear it.
I'm not gonna make you.
I'm not gonna make either of you sing, but Chif, if you really want me to sing, I could sing it for you.
He just sort of shakes his head. It's like, no. It's fine.
Sammy squeezes Chif's hands, and just like, okay.
So, I'm gonna need you two to guide me, I guess. What would you do for your birthday?
Let's see, my last birthday, I actually wasn't anywhere I could do anything because I was kind of hiding in the vents at Dodo Studios, and if I did anything, I'd get caught.
Gil.
Oh.
Sammy's just like looking at you and like he's at a loss for words.
Gil is grinning really wide. I'm sorry, I just had to hide away in Bob's suitcase.
Okay.
It was pretty fun to watch through the zipper when Bob tried to pick his suitcase up.
Bob is not very big. How have you lift you?
I'm going to get both of you a cake as soon as we're off this boat.
Well, it's gonna take a while because we're supposed to be on this boat for a while because this is our day. He says, gesturing towards the water as they kind of drifted across it.
Sammy actually gets a light bulb that goes over his head and lights up like bing! And he's like, you know what? No. We don't even have to get off the boat. We just have to 1 second here. He digs into his hammer space and pulls out a picnic basket.
Nice.
Oh, hey, that's handy.
And he puts it kind of like on the floor because I picture that there's enough room for like all of their feet to be comfortable and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like he kind of opens the picnic basket, and with Toonish logic, he unfurls this checkerboard of red and white picnic basket, very classic, the classic picnic blanket, and it like floats down, as then there's like suddenly as if there's a table there in between all three of them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Just gonna sort of look at it like, wow.
And then Sammy like kind of disappears underneath the checkerboard blanket for a bit as he goes digging in the picnic basket and comes out with a cake. It's a very traditional looking cake, and it already has it already has candles on it.
Aww.
There we go. He puts the plate of cake down, and then he's digging back underneath, and he pulls out some cutlery and plates and stuff. And he's like, "There's actually more food down there, but the cake's the important part. Cake is fun. We'll have dessert first."
Yes.
Why not? Sammy, you said you're turning 19 in July?
Mm-hmm. I'm a summer birthday. Gil, can you at least tell me what, like what season you're born in? So I have at least a little time to prepare, you picnic?
Well, weren't you listening to what I was saying? I said that I spent my birthday events at Dodo Studios in September.
You didn't say the month?
Yeah, I did. You just weren't listening.
Sammy pulls down his eyelid and sticks his tongue out again at Gil, because his mask by this point is just firmly around his neck.
Gil sticks out his forked tongue and wiggles it up and down.
How come you have all of the limbs that can, like, actually do cool stuff? Sammy's sulking a little.
I don't know. That's just the way I was built.
Don't sulk, Sammy. We can do things he can't.
Yeah, like talk to pecking animals.
Okay, so July, September. I suppose fair's fair. April.
Oh, that's this month. Oh, that's this month. Sammy's getting excited. Because, like, his shading is, like, a bright yellow as he, like, kind of just claps to himself because, like, more cake in 1 month?
Jim's just gonna sort of look over at Gil and then look back at the cake, and he's got this particular expression on his face. You're welcome to roll insight on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, time to roll insight.
Oh, shoot. I rolled a 19.
Oh, dang.
Nice. Okay. There is a very pointed nature about his expression, and Gil, you realize that when he said April 1st, he wasn't actually lying. His birthday is today.
Gil starts grinning, and he grins so wide that his face starts stretching, and his eyes narrow at Chifley, and his tail is just kind of lashing back and forth. Chifley.
Yeah.
You weren't joking, were you?
No.
Sammy just slowly turns to get to Chifley, and then just kind of leans forward and picks him on the cheek again. Birthday kiss!
He is blushing so much.
So, how old are you today, birthday boy?
19.
You're both older than me!
and I am older than both of you.
Sorry, Sammy. You were the tallest, though.
Why can't
No,
I have been born earlier? This isn't fair! And he's kind of kicking his feet slightly. Not enough to actually dislodge or hit anybody, but like it's very obvious he's like kicking his feet a little, being very, very pouty.
Chifley's just sort of chuckling behind his hand a little bit.
Gille's gonna set the oars across his lap and then lean over and take the cutting utensils for the cake
Mm-hmm.
and cut a piece out before taking it and Chifley make it a dex save.
Oh, yeah, because he's great at those. Stay in the tray. What was that? Oh, there's an 18. That's okay. That's an 18. What's his dex plus?
So Gille takes the piece of cake and he flings it at Chifley's face.
Oh God! He just sort of ducks and like, what the peck?
Gille! We're supposed to eat the cake, not start a food fight!
No, you're supposed to smush the cake on the birthday person's face.
What?
Really?
That's what you do, right? That's how these work.
I
thought that was weddings.
I thought that was for a wedding.
What?
Sammy starts giggling again.
Gille looks seriously surprised and quote-unquote heartbroken by this realization.
Oh.
You know what, though? I'm gonna roll a dex. Okay, that's a 9 plus 1. Do you want to do a dex save, Gille?
It's a 2 plus 6.
Perfect. Okay, so you're too busy pouting to really get out of the way before Chifley grabs some cake and smushes it into your cheek. And he's just giggling.
Sammy just kind of blinks and is just like, I hope that there's another cake in there.
Gille reaches forwards and then tries to smush cake on Chifley's face.
Ooh, he's got a good chance of it this time.
Plus.
Oh yeah, no, Chip's covered in cake. Chip is absolutely covered in cake right now.
And then Gille looks over at Sammy and his eyes glow.
Before you like Gille, as you turn your attention towards Sammy, there's cake smushed right into your face.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no.
There's a slurring sound as Gille's forked tongue goes all the way around his face and perfectly cleans it off in Toonish fashion.
Yeah, so Sammy just kind of blank.
Oh boy.
He got a 19. He got a 20, a nat 20 in deception.
You got a nat 20?
Unnatural, dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
He got a 19 plus 1. He's definitely not blushing.
You can't see it for the cake. There's cake.
Yeah, I can't say it.
Yeah.
Does Chip
good
want
try,
to
though.
roll insight with advantage because of his job?
Yeah, sure. Oh god, okay. He's gonna need it. That still doesn't beat it.
Gil is going to reach, look down at the rest of the cake, pick the whole thing up, and try to smooch Sammy's face with it.
Chifley's just laughing now. This is funny.
2+2.
Okay, let me see. That doesn't beat it. He got a 17 plus 2.
So that the whole rest of the cake goes all in Sammy's face.
Buttercream flavor.
I'm just gonna quickly roll on acrobatics. Oh my freaking god.
Oh dear.
No.
Okay, so I just rolled an acrobatics for Chifley to not fall out of the boat because he's laughing so hard.
Oh no!
And I rolled a nat 1.
Oh
so
no!
there's a loud splash as Chif goes over the side of him.
Chip! Sammy's gonna roll strength to pull. Oh damn! He rolled a. He rolled a 2. So he. Honestly, I would say that he probably falls off the side of the boat as well again. Trying to pull Chifley up.
Gil is just laughing his butt off in the boat. He's crying tears as he's laughing.
Yeah, you do an acrobatics check too. See if Gil falls out.
I want to say, like, since it wasn't a nat 1, I do say that Sammy has, like, a hand on the boat so that don't get swept away.
That's an 11. I reckon he could probably stay on the boat, but like rock it a whole bunch, nearly fall out.
Yeah, he's rocking it. He's going, oh, okay. Come on, give me your hand. And he holds one out to Sammy.
Sammy's kind of like, I feel like Sammy's like holding on to Chifley, so he's gonna have to let go of the boat to grab Gil. But he does, like, he just kind of does like a hop, like a quick grab.
Mm-hmm. And in Gil's strong grip, he actually pulls both of you out of the water and back into the boat. In one fell swoop. Because that's a 19.
Good, because I was just about to roll a whiz save for Chif because Chif can't actually swim. But I don't have to now because he's not in the water and he's not going to panic because he's not in the water anymore.
Oh, Chif.
You know, you guys really stopped pulling out of the boat.
Sammy just kind of shakes his hair, like his head, and like just water goes spraying everywhere in the boat.
Come on.
And then like for final measure, he just kind of takes the rest of his hair and like rings it over the side of the boat.
Okay. Chifley is going to do something, which probably won't work, but we're going to try it anyway. Can I get a... Actually, no, probably Dex save from Gil. Dang it. Okay. Chif, we know Chif's not very strong, right? He has just attempted to push Gil out of the boat, but it obviously didn't work.
Oh, Sammy's gonna assist. He got a nat 20!
Oh my god! The two of them just sort of look at her and go, shove.
Gille pops up out of the boat a few months later, or pops up out of the water of the boat.
Chifley's just grinning down at Gille over the side of the boat. Gee, Gille, you should stop falling out of the boat.
Sammy starts laughing.
Gille swims up, a strength check.
Oh dear.
It was a nat 20.
Oh my god.
So what happens is he grabs the side of the boat and he grins mischievously, and then he pushes down on the boat so both of you go flying into the water.
Okay, let's do deck saves just for shits and giggles. Yeah, I got a 13.
That was a 14.
Nah, that's funny. They both just sort of go, oh no, and then push both of them in the water.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna roll that wisdom save to see if Chifley panics because he can't swim. Okay, that's fine. That's a 13 plus 7, so that's... He's fine. He's not panicking at all.
He's doing the doggy paddle instinctively.
Yeah.
And Gille then rights the boat and easily gets back up into it. And he looks at the other two with a smarmy grin, his hair all slicked down to him. Those poor flowers on his head are waterlogged.
They've been hydrated.
What was that you were saying?
Sammy just starts quietly muttering frolics under his breath.
Chif's just gonna hold on to the side of the boat and not make comment until he's not in the water anymore.
Okay, that was... That was... Sammy tried to get into the boat. He got an 8. It doesn't go very well.
Hey, you're rocking the boat.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I sure am rocking the boat.
Here, just give me your hands.
There is an immediate hand up from Chifley. Like, one hand's holding onto the boat and the other one's up in the air. It's like, please get me out of the water right now.
And he does again because I rolled an 18.
I say that like with an 18, like with that roll. Sammy also is pulled up.
Mm-mm.
And now all three are back in the boat. And Gille is just kind of looking at Chifley for a moment. You know, maybe sometime we should go to the beach. That would be a fun thing to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I've never been.
I miss the
You knew that.
Yeah.
I miss the beaches in Gille. They were really pretty.
Oh? I've never been specifically to the beaches in Gille.
Yeah, the water is like really blue during summer days. Only got to see it when my family were traveling, but I always wanted to actually go and see if the sand was as soft as it looked.
I've only ever seen pictures that my father would bring back from tour. Never seen them in real life.
Well, we should go.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It does sound like fun. What do you do at the beach?
Well, you build sand castles, you fight sand monsters.
Wait, what?
You go swimming. Yeah. What?
What? Fight monsters?
Never
Gil,
fought
where?
sand monsters before?
No.
What? Aw, you're missing out. It's fun.
Did you fight a sand monster?
No, but Bob did.
Bob fought a sand monster? And like
Yeah.
there's like very clear, like his shading has gone gray and like there are visible question marks above his head. As he's just trying to compute.
Oh boy.
I don't think the Ghiblian beaches had sand monsters, but now he's not sure. He's not sure.
Chip has nothing to contribute to this one. He's like, mm-mm. He has, by the way, retrieved his towel from his hammer space again and is drying his hair again.
Gil reaches up and briefly takes the flower crown off of his head, and his hair starts to sizzle.
Blink, 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 blink. Gil, don't set the boat on fire.
I'm not gonna set the boat on fire. It's fireproof. Worse. Why wouldn't a boat be fireproof?
It's made out of wood?
I would have thought a boat needed to be waterproof.
That's silly.
Sammy's
Chifley just sort of dot. Is it though?
Sammy is gonna go into his hammer space, and he kind of just pulls out a bucket and dips it over the side.
No.
I'm only going if you're going to burn down this damn boat that we're all in.
Not going to burn the boat down. Just drying off my hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's one good use of your temper, I suppose.
Suddenly, in a very short burst, his hair goes up in flames.
Gil, make a deck save. Yeah, so the water goes like it like tries to go into your hair, Gil, as it's like all aflame, and it evaporates before it even gets there. Gil, if you do not put your hair out, I am going to dump you
And
back
in the middle
into the
of-
river
Of
myself
Sammy
again.
saying that Gil's hair is normal again. And falling in messy curves around his face.
Chifley's just sort of chuckling. There you go, Gil's waterproof.
You know, I probably should have done this when I fell into the river earlier.
You fell into the river earlier?
Yeah, Sandy and I were climbing across the bridge over the Mr. Zippy, and I slipped.
Oh,
I slipped twice, actually. But the first time Sandy caught me, and the next time my hand just kind of slipped out of hers.
Kind of
Cracked your head open.
Oh, that makes me think
Nah.
of when I actually met Sandy at first. She was walking over the railing of the bridge, and it had rained a little earlier, so I was worried she was going to slip, and then I was the one who fell over the side of the bridge. Twice. On 2 different occasions while we hung out that first time.
There you go.
What is with us and falling into the river? From a bridge. Gille, I don't understand.
If it makes you feel any better, Sammy, I haven't fallen off a bridge into the river.
Yet.
I met Sandy when she decided to kidnap Missy. So,
Why did you want to
Yeah,
kidnap
what?
Missy?
Why did you yell at her for that? They were just going shopping.
shopping is fine. Taking Missy from school without leaving a note or me knowing about it beforehand.
Oh, I should tell Sandy that she needs to leave notes when she does that. Yeah.
Yeah, my only emotion was panic at that point, Gil. She's the only family I've got left.
Sammy reaches over and squeezes Chifley's hand. 'Cause he gets it. Before he met Gil, his only experiences with kidnapping had been the kind that didn't leave notes.
Mm-hmm. And Gil puts the flower crown back on his head.
Come on, Dice, don't let us down.
Ah, man.
No.
Gil does not get it.
Oh, Gil.
He got a mate.
Oh, Gil.
He just kind of tilts his head to the side. Huh?
Gil, your type of kidnapping, it doesn't happen that often to a lot of toons who get dragged into plot. They don't leave notes.
What? No. That's bad etiquette. Any villain who doesn't leave a note is a right bastard, and he deserves to be locked up.
There's a lot of bastards out there, Gil.
I at least know. Let's see. Yeah, 1, 2. He starts counting on his fingers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I at least know 6 bastards. Not personally for some of them.
Well, that's good fortune, I suppose. They're not usually people you want to know personally.
Ah, well. I only want to know them personally enough to get close.
I'm gonna roll an insight on that remark.
Same. Oh, Sammy got a nat 1.
Wow, Chifley did not get a nat 1. Chifley got something very different.
Oh.
The duality
So-
of the boyfriends.
Yep.
So Sammy, you're just kind of confused by the statement. You don't really know what Gil is insinuating, and he's just kind of grinning at you. But Chifley, the way Gil said bastards and the way he talked about getting close kind of sounds like he's plotting to kill someone.
There is a long pause from Chifley and a very conflicted expression on his face. Oh. I understand.
There's just...
Kill, that's...
How can you get close and huh?
Chifley's just gonna put a hand on Sammy's knee. About as close as his sword is long.
Oh. Sammy looks at Gil and is just like, yeah, I get that.
Those bastards are not people. Not anymore.
Sometimes you have to.
You have to kill monsters.
So they don't hurt anybody
Hurt.
else.
Mm-hmm. So they don't hurt my family again.
I can definitely sympathize with that. Well,
I'm gonna roll Sammy a thing. He just kind of looks at you, Gil, and he's just like, you asked me to describe Sinclair.
Mm-hmm. He's on that list. My list.
Thanks, Gil.
Well, you know. Monsters need to be taken care of.
Chifley's just looking very thoughtful at the moment.
Gonna roll insight. Ooh, that was a 19.
I'm also gonna roll insight.
How did he do?
He got a 6 again.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, yep. Chifley is having thoughts. Sammy can kind of tell he's thinking about the monster in his backstory a bit.
Mm-hmm. Sammy just kind of because he hasn't really let go of Chifley's hand, I feel. So he just kind of reaches and squeezes Chifley's hand, and he's just like, we're not gonna let them hurt you again. You know that, right?
It's been far too long for them to be raised from the dead. So they're not a worry. Not anymore.
If you ever want to talk about it, I'm here for you, okay?
Thanks. I feel like we've all got other things that are far more worthy of talking about than that. And we didn't get to eat any cake.
I had some cake. It was very good.
You had some cake.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to lick it off your face. What? You don't do that?
Sammy's
I don't have a prehensile tongue, Gil.
Sammy's gonna duck underneath the quote unquote table and gonna just see if he can find. Okay, yeah, he pulls out another cake.
Yay! Chifley is going to cut himself a piece of cake and eat it, just not losing eye contact with Gil. He's just going to watch Gil very, very carefully while he eats this cake.
Gil is going to cut himself a piece of cake, but instead of eating it, he's gonna use a fork and take a little piece of it, and then hold it out to Sammy.
Aww.
And look very expectantly at Sammy.
Aww.
Sammy's face is turning into a tomato. It's like a shading has spread for the entirety of his face. And he starts stuttering, but his mouth is open.
But his mask is still there.
No, his mask has been firmly around his neck.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not been wearing it.
Alright, I missed that. So Gil is going to slowly move it towards Sammy's mouth. Grinning the whole time.
I mean, his mouth is open. He's slightly stuttering, so you're gonna have to like.
Chifley's just sort of started giggling because Gil is dragging this out on purpose, and he's just.
Oh, Sammy's blushing so hard. He's blushing so hard. Do you guys want to know why I know this?
You're blushing?
Yes. He's making me blush.
So that's a dex check to get it into Sammy's mouth.
Oh,
That
wonderful.
means I say that he manages to get it in.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, Sammy's just. Oh, he's so red. He's like so pink. Congratulations,
Sammy's
Gil.
still holding onto Chifley's hand. Chifley's just going to give it a very encouraging squeeze, and he's still just giggling on the other side of the boat.
Congratulations, Gil. You've mildly broken your nemesis from in the good way.
Gil pulls back the fork, goes, good?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he is. Oh, there's little hearts floating up behind his head. Just. Oh.
Chifley's put his elbow on the table between them, and he's got his cheek in his hand, and he's just sort of smiling very fondly at the both of you.
Gil's tail behind him is forming into heart shapes as it's looping around and around and around. And he takes another bite onto the fork and then holds it out to Chifley.
Chifley's not going to 404 error over this one, but he is still going to blush a bunch and very shyly open his mouth for the cake.
Sammy's gonna just he's very melty, but at the same time he's like, no, it can't just be Gil. It can't just be Gil. So he's gonna grab another slice of cake and he's gonna grab his fork and hold it out to Gil.
Gil is going to lean over as he's putting the cake in Chifley's mouth and take cake with his tongue.
Gonna
No, hold on. I have to roll something for Chifley. Hold on.
save was it 14 plus.
Oh no. Okay, that was a 4 on a con save. Chifley is now trying to laugh and choke on cake at the same time.
Oh no! And Sammy got a 5 on his whiz save. He is just a blushing mess.
He's melted.
He's just melted onto the he's managed to set. I say that he manages to set his plate of cake down onto the table, but he's just on he's basically kind of emulating Chip, except it's a lot more melty, and he's just sighing and
Gil is immediately going to go ahead in his eyes and go, Chifley, lean forward a bit. As he reaches around and starts patting Chifley's back.
I'm fine. Little cake won't do me in yet.
Did you
Better.
did you swallow wrong? Sammy's asking very dreamily at this point.
You cannot swallow and laugh at the same time.
Oh yeah, no, it's like kind of like the same as when you try and swallow and you breathe, and it's a bad mix.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be doing that, Chifley.
You know exactly what you did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chif's going to take one of the other forks and he's going to put a little bit of cake on the end and hold it out to offer it to Gille. But at a suspiciously large distance. Like, it's not up close. Like, he can't just take the cake yet. He has to lean in a bit.
Gille's going to suspiciously narrow his eyes. He's going to slowly lean forward as he tries to figure out. Oh my gosh. As he tries to figure out what's going on and rolls a nat 20.
Fucking damn it! One time I'm relying on a bad insight from Gille. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Oh man. Okay. It's a trap. It is absolutely a trap. Like, you don't think that he's gonna, like, stab you in the eye with it or anything, but it is absolutely a trap. Like, you could just tell from the way he's just grinning at you.
So it may be a trap, but Gille was going to try to lean and take the cake real quick and lean right back out.
Oh goodness.
And he wasn't very fast about it.
Alright. Cool. Let me just see how well this goes. Oh, actually quite well. That's great. That is a 19 plus 1. Okay, as Gille leans in to try and take the cake, Chifley actually drops the fork to the table and leans in and kisses him instead.
Gille's flower crown blooms completely in camellia flowers and roses.
It's just a quick kiss, and he leans back, and he's just grinning. He's like, "Gotcha."
Tricky little bastard.
Sammy started to giggle.
You're not the only one who can be up to mischief.
I'm slowly learning that.
And he's going to pick up the fork again and offer the cake properly. No tricks this time. Have some.
Gille is going to slowly lean in. Chifley, make a dex save.
Okay, that is what's his dex save? Okay, dex save is okay.
Terrible. Rolled a 2.
Oh well, I think Chip's fine.
Yep. So, as Gille's leaning in, he suddenly reaches forward and tries to pull Chifley forward. It doesn't work because he's doing it too gently. He goes, he mutters garlics under his breath.
Sammy rolled, and he just kind of gently pushes Chif forward a bit to help Gille out.
That's great. That's freaking hilarious.
Well, as Chifley is pushed forward, Gille moves up for a kiss.
It's so cute. I can't even. Chifley is just pure blush right now, but he's not mad about it. Oh dear. Got no hope if you're going to gang up on me.
Buddy kiss.
Chifley's going to think about it for a second, and then look at Gille very pointedly, and then look at Sammy very pointedly, and then look back at Gille for a second. He's not really trying to be subtle, but he's just sort of trying to indicate to Gille. So, and then looking at Sammy, he's like, target locked.
Roll insight to see if Gil can get the idea. Yeah, that's okay. I think it takes a little bit to 13, but he then slowly looks over at Sammy.
I'm gonna roll. What am I gonna roll?
Roll it at
Probably
advantage.
Yeah, I'll roll. I might make it a dex. Why not? You know what? I don't have to roll at an advantage because that was a nat 20. Okay, so Tiff is going to attempt to sort of like yank Sammy over enough so he's within reach of both him and Gille.
What?
And then Gil leans over and gives Sammy a kiss on the cheek.
And Chifley's on the other side.
Oh, Sammy is all like you. Both of you watch as his shading just slowly spreads down and like covers all of his skin in pink, and it's like really interesting because it's like rose, but it's also very, very cherry blossom pink, and it's all over his body. And there's like a moment, and then there's a poof of like basically a veritable cloud of hearts just engulfs all of you.
Chifley's gonna bat at them like they were mosquitoes. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh no. So many hearts.
And then there's just there's a puddle of Sammy in your lap, Chip.
Gil is going to be lean out of the veritable cloud, his eyes wide with shock.
After like a few seconds, like they kind of just fade back to the normal drifting, floating pattern that usually happens when Sammy is swooning and stuff.
Psycho Bob, what was that?
I love you guys.
What? Sammy?
I love you guys so much. And like he's kind of got his face mushed into Chifley's stomach at this point.
Chif's just sort of just patting his back very fondly. Love you too, Sammy.
Good. I love you guys so much. It hurts sometimes.
Gil's just kind of 404 error. Blue screened.
Gil's turned to blue screen.
Specifically, his eyes have gone completely all blue and there are white, there's white coat going across it. He's blue screened.
Chip's gonna reach out a foot and just sort of give Gil's leg a nudge. You're still with us, Gil? Still there?
I'm here. I'm here.
Chifley's gonna roll an insight.
Sammy's a little too distracted. He's not gonna. I'm not gonna make
Yeah,
him roll
that's
anything.
valid. That's valid. It's a 17.
Yeah. Gil doesn't know what to do with that information, and he seems kind of struggling with it. Like he's trying to figure out why.
Oh, poor Gil.
Poor Gil.
Oh dear. Chif's just gonna look down at Sammy and then look at Gil and then look at the boat, just like, we're in a little bit of a small box. I think we need a little bit more room to move, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I can get us back to shore. And he picks up the oars and starts rowing again.
Chifley's just still patting Sammy's back. It's like, oh, this is nice. This is very nice.
Honestly, I feel like Sammy at this point has proceeded to like kind of wrap his arms around Chif and is just snuggled there into Chif's lap. This is his birthday boy. He loves him very much.
Oh boy. Well, this is definitely the best birthday Chif's ever had, that's for sure.
Sammy's just very, like, his shading is like slowly returned back to its normal, but it's very, very, very still the rose with airbrushed with cherry blossom pink.
So without incident, Gil rows back to the dock to see if he can properly moor the boat.
That's not very good.
No, he tosses the looped rope, and it goes into the water. He pulls it back out again, tosses it, and it just barely misses, and he goes,
Do you want me to try?
Sure, you should just get it around the post so I can pull us in.
Are you just rolling decks for that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
I think it takes you 2 tries.
But he looks very proud of himself when he does get it. It's like, ooh, I did it.
Sammy gives a little cheer. As he slowly starts to unmelt from Chifley.
Gil very, very slowly starts pulling on the rope.
Sammy is gonna
Puffing and puffing.
He's going to try and help, but it's a little hard because Gil's struggling.
Chif can't really do strength, but I'm going to roll one for him anyway because I like the idea of all 3 of them pulling on this rope.
It's a combined effort.
Okay. Chif actually, I think, did better than the both of you.
It's all that sugar.
Oh
yeah,
boy.
As soon as Chifley joins in, the boat suddenly moves towards the dock.
That's hilarious. That is the funniest freaking thing I've ever seen. Oh my god.
And as it gets close enough, Gil loops the rope around and ties it securely so the boat doesn't go anywhere.
Oh dear. I'm going to roll acrobatics again to see if Chifley can get out of the boat this time.
Oh no.
Cool. That is a 19. That is a 19 plus 2. Chifley does not go in the drink again. Hooray.
Chifley does a real cool flip.
No, that's unlikely.
Sammy got a dirty 20, so he's fine. He's fine.
Gille's fine too, because he got 18.
Hooray. We all managed to get out of the boat like normal. Oh dear.
Gille does not do it like a normal person. He does it dramatically.
Of course. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Sammy gets off like a normal person.
Gille looks around, and it doesn't seem like Stoffles is around anywhere. It's like, lifts his fingers up to his mouth and whistles. Okay, good. Yeah, he's not too far.
He seems like a very loyal friend of yours.
Oh, Psychopomp taught me how to summon him, and I did. I told you about that. I was telling you about how my family overthrew a government.
Oh,
Still
that's.
I still can't believe you
He
did that.
told you that
Gille.
story too.
Yeah, he did. I still can't believe you did that.
It was a lot of fun. Especially when I got to pour glitter all over Gille.
Well, she sounds like she deserves it.
Weaponized glitter, oh my goodness. Missy comes home with handfuls of the stuff in her pockets from school. It's just doesn't go away.
I think that's the
The whole
point.
bag's worth. That is cruel and unusual punishment, Gille.
Gille lifts up his jacket and some glitter falls out. Yeah, what I didn't tell you is she got me back. With the
Sounds a
help
bit-
of Norman and Bob.
Sammy's shading
With
is
Bob's
very
help.
gold.
Bob helped her dump glitter on you.
I mean, I think so.
There are details we are missing, I feel.
Sammy just kind of.
Chifley space real quick. Mm-hmm.
Sammy's gonna reach over and kind of like scoop his hand into Gille's, and once Chifley's done digging around in his hammer space, also do that with Chifley.
Gille just kind of goes, oh, we're doing this now. We're holding hands. Okay.
Holding hands. Your Chip's sort of reached into his pockets and he's pulled something out, and he's only got one hand now because Sammy's holding on one of his, but he sort of looks at it and goes, I know that. Well, I've gathered that when it's your birthday, people normally give you gifts, but I actually do have something I'd like to give the both of you.
Sammy kind of
And
turns and looks questioningly at Chifley.
And he opens his hand, and there are 2 silver keys sitting in his palm. I know it's a little. I know your part of your family's apartment is far more impressive than where I live, Gille, so feel free to say no, but it's been really lonely since the 2 of you left. And I was hoping you might want to stay with me a little bit more often.
Well, insight.
Hey, Chif, can you roll Dex?
Yes, I can roll Dex. Oh boy, that's a 7.
know what?
Sammy's kissing you, Chif.
And Gille's doing that blue screen thing again, where he's like,
Chifley's kind of just sort of flailing a little bit.
Sammy just kind of pulls back and then like he hugs you, Chif, very, very tightly.
Chif just sort of stunned. He was not expecting that reaction, although in hindsight, maybe he should have.
And like he just there's the kind of there's a little sniffle.
Sammy.
I thank you, Chif. And he just kind of buries his face in Chifley's hair.
Aww. Chifley's just gonna reach around and rub Sammy's back with his hand. He's like, oh gosh, he's crying. I was not anticipating crying. Oh no.
Can you guys roll me a perception check?
Oh,
Sure.
That was
It's okay, he's not being very quiet. Yeah, so you both hear him whispering under his breath, do what makes you and partners happy. Do what makes you and your partners happy.
Oh, Gille.
Because he's remembering the words Marcel told him.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
And his tail behind him is looping around in hearts. And he just looks up at Sammy crying, and he tilts his head. Sammy, why are you crying?
I'm just really happy. That's all. I'm really happy. And you'll both notice that there is absolutely no blue in his shading at all. It's
Oh good.
so saturated highlighter yellow. And it's, again, all over his skin. It's not just stuck to his shading.
Oh,
Chif is like a little taken aback by the intensity of that response.
So okay. Gille's just like, oh, so that's a thing people do when they're really happy? Question marks.
Sorry. When I get really overwhelmed with emotion, I just start crying no matter what, and it's gonna be okay. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Chif's gonna go into his hammer space again. Let's see if he can get a handkerchief. That is not a one. He pulls out a blue handkerchief and hands it to Sammy. He's like, here.
He just starts dabbing at his eyes and stuff. Sorry, I'm really happy that you asked, Chif. When we slept over at your house, it was so nice. I want more of that.
I don't want you to feel like you have to leave Mr. Barkson's place. But that's why I thought I'd just offer you both the keys. So you can come and go as you like.
You know, that'd probably be easier than picking the lock on the window every time.
Chifley's just sort of going to roll his eyes a little bit.
Sammy's gonna start giggling. And very slowly, the shading goes back to what constitutes as normal for Sammy.
And he's just sort of going to hold those keys up again so that Sammy and Gille can take them. If they want.
Sammy's going to take that immediately.
Gille's gonna reach for and hesitate for a moment before taking the silver key. And
He's happy. You don't have to roll insight on his boy. He is happy. And you can both actually hear, only very quietly, but some very happy sounding violin. Just sort of bebopping in the background. He's just grinning his head off. He is full of joy right now.
And Sammy's gonna roll hammer space one more time. Okay, that is not a 1. So he pulls out a chocolate rose and proffers it towards Chifley. I'm gonna get you a better present, but this is from when Gille and I first re-met and started our nemesis ship. And I'd been keeping it for just because I didn't feel like eating it, but here, have a chocolate rose.
Chifley's gonna take it and just sort of look at it, and then maybe we could share it.
Sammy's shading his back to pink as he's blushing.
And Gille pulls out a let's see, a rainbow string worm boa. And he's going to take it and very carefully just sling it around Chifley's neck.
What on earth is this?
Now you have one too.
Oh, it's like the one you gave me. And
Yeah.
Sammy's gonna roll hammer space. That was a 10. So he pulls out his own boa and just like kind of dramatically like flops it around a little. Go, see, we match. Flop, 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 flop.
That violin has increased in volume. he's just sort of holding onto his cheeks a little bit, just like he has no words right now.
Happy birthday, Chifley.
Happy birthday, Chef. And Sammy's gonna lean forward and press a kiss to Chifley's forehead.
Chifley's just grinning, blushing. There is loud violin in the background. He's just thank you. Thank you.
At this moment is when Stoffles rocks up to the curb and whinnies.
Chif takes no notice of this. He is too busy being completely overjoyed and smitten as all hell. So
Sammy is gonna take that moment to kind of pull back his mask back up over his nose, but he leaves his hood down.
So maybe we can find that abandoned theater I found the other day.
Oh, you mentioned that. Oh, I want to see Gille, please, 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 please. And he's, even though he's taller than you, he's like giving you the puppy dog eyes.
high quality please face.
Gille leans over towards Chifley, placing the silver key into his hammer space by slipping it underneath his jacket. And his tail swirls around and lightly taps against Chifley's butt.
He will jump. Just like, whoop, nope, I'm in the present again.
What do you say, birthday boy?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Stoffles, you remember how to get there, don't you? Stoffles whinnies derisively, which said no. Right, I was just wondering.
Well,
Gille's gonna climb up onto the cart and offer a hand to both of them.
Chip's gonna take it. He's not hesitating in the slightest.
neither is Sammy.
That's a good roll.
Nice.
Nice.
So he easily pulls them both up beside him.
Chif is immediately going to snuggle into Gil's side. He's so happy.
Like, Sammy's just gonna, like, kind of tuck Chif into the middle so he can, like, just kind of sandwich Chifley.
And there's enough room on the cart to do that.
Right.
And Gil whistles. Stoffley's pulls away from the curb. I think that's a good point to end it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They probably get lost.
That's fine. That's not going to bother Chifley in the slightest. He could get lost all day.
I mean, they have all day to just be together. Sammy's not gonna complain. He is gonna tease Gil mercilessly, though.
Oh boy. That was freaking adorable, guys. Thank you so much for playing with us today.
I had so
much for
fun.
listening.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.